Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to activate your happy chemicals. Now, of course, a lot of people have different reasons why they may be needing this video and be interested in this topic, but I definitely feel like in general, many people can relate to the fact that sometimes you just have those days where you feel off. It could be a day, it could be a week, it can go into even longer periods of time, but you're not able to really explain why. So you could say, well, I just feel really down, or I have the blues, but you're not able to identify what's really going on. Now, of course, if things continue to get worse or there are longer periods of time, you definitely can seek help from a professional to kind of figure out exactly what's going on and to find the best solution for yourself. But if it's just a temporary thing that pops up every now and then you can definitely try out the tips that I'm going to be sharing in this video to activate your happy chemicals and to start feeling better as soon as possible. So before we get started, let's go ahead and identify the four main different happy chemicals that are inside of our bodies: endorphins, oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine. So let's talk about all of them, explain exactly what they are, and I'm going to be sharing some ways that you can go ahead and trigger these happy chemicals to start firing within you and help you to feel better. First up, we've got endorphins, which are generally a chemical that your body releases when it feels pain or stress. The purpose of this is to be able to combat the pain that your body is feeling, but this also works when your body is feeling emotional pain or emotional stress. So you've got to do things that can really get your body moving and trigger your brain to release the endorphins that will help you to feel better. A few different things that you can try is being more active. Something that we did actually at work was take a laughter yoga class, and I thought this concept was so interesting. Initially, I was like, what in the world is this? How is laughing supposed to be something that makes me feel like I've had a workout that contributes to my wellness? But it was an absolutely incredible experience, and it's something that I would definitely recommend, because when you're laughing for pretend or trying to force a laugh, eventually you're going to actually start laughing because you're like, what in the world? This is completely ridiculous, and it becomes funny to you, and that can trigger the endorphins to release in your brain. You can also engage in a fun, upbeat, kind of carefree exercise activity like a dance fitness class. It's really just a great time to let loose, to pour back into yourself, and to get those endorphins going. And another tip is my favorite thing, which I really am gonna just start a list of some of my favorites, like just watching those old nostalgic movies that make you feel really great. I personally love movies like Bring It On, Mean Girls, Miss Congeniality, 13 Going on 30, all of those classic girly films. Just sitting watching them makes me feel really good and gives me that boost of endorphins, and it can actually work for you as well. Next up, we've got dopamine. So dopamine is a chemical that releases when you feel satisfaction for some type of achievement or success that you have completed. It really is a great motivator because it's directly linked to achievement. So when you are putting forth the effort to achieve something, to work really hard, and you see that paying off or the success that you've gained from it, then dopamine is released within your body. So I'm not sure if everyone is familiar with the Enneagram test, but I will link some resources to take this test in the description box below. But I am an Enneagram 3, which is also characterized as the achiever. So dopamine happens to be my fail-safe, perfect happy chemical option because of my natural state of life and my natural personality. I like to achieve things. And so doing my regular everyday tasks, checking things off of my to-do list, definitely is super easy to help release that dopamine within my system. Now, in general, if your personality type is not something like an achiever or a perfectionist, it can be a little bit trickier to get dopamine to release in your body, but you can start with very simple things. For example, making a to-do list of small, simple, attainable tasks and checking them off as you go throughout the day gives you those small dopamine boosts that are going to keep you motivated and to help you keep going. You can also focus on things like engaging in meaningful self-care. So really thinking about something that's going to fill up your cup and make you feel really great. setting time aside in your schedule in order to make sure that you're dedicating time to that self-care activity, shutting everything off, removing all distractions, and engaging in that activity is really great to boost your dopamine levels. And you also have to focus on celebrating those small wins. This is something that I am constantly telling my clients as a life coach, because if we're only thinking about like that big goal, the big picture, the final scene, then how are you going to ever feel like you've actually accomplished anything if you don't stop to celebrate the small steps and milestones and achievements and the progress that you have made along the way? Even small things that you may feel like aren't really that important, if it's a step in the right direction, if it's making you a little bit better every single day, then that is something to be celebrated. So take a moment, celebrate those things, figure out which little mini celebrations you want to do for yourself that are going to boost your dopamine levels and help you feel really, really great and amazing about all of the wonderful things that you're doing and the progress that you're making, even if it's not as fast as you feel like it could be. Next up, let's jump right into the love chemical, which is oxytocin. Oxytocin is something that you can control. So even if you're not like in a relationship, or if you don't have children, or something that is typically symbolized as love in your life, you still get to focus on building oxytocin in your body. And this is my favorite way to release oxytocin because it not only benefits you, but it benefits others as well. And that is to give someone a compliment. It can be on something that's inner, their personality. It can also be on something external, like, hey, I really like your shoes, or I like your smile. Really focusing on things that you enjoy about others and sharing that with them can make you feel so much better because you are releasing that oxytocin. It's flowing through your body, it flows throughout everything and over to other people and makes them feel great, which in turn is also going to make you feel great. Another way to release oxytocin that's kind of related to your interactions with others is to have meaningful conversations. If you think about catching up with an old friend or a family member and how great that makes you feel, that's because you're releasing oxytocin in your body. Your body is saying, hey, it's really nice for me to be able to engage with others in this positive and uplifting way. Please do more of this. And this is also important when you feel like you're drained a little bit. It's because the oxytocin is leaving from your body. So if you spent time with someone, if you've recently had a hangout session with a friend or visited family and afterwards you feel really low or just downhearted and you don't understand why, it can definitely be related to your oxytocin levels. That means that interaction that you had did not feel meaningful, it did not feel valuable, or it made you feel demeaned or like you were not safe or that you could not be yourself. So definitely pay attention to those things and try to eliminate as many interactions that make you feel low as possible and focus more on those engaging, meaningful interactions that are going to make you feel uplifted and happy overall. You can also try to get some more oxytocin chemicals in your body by listening to your favorite music or even petting an animal. It doesn't have to be yours. Even going to like local parks, people can be very kind and say, yeah, my dog is friendly, feel free to pet them. And that can just give you that little boost that you may need to keep going throughout the day. And finally, the fourth happy chemical that we're going to be talking about today is serotonin. And this one is extremely important because it's directly related to your health and your wellness and how your body functions overall. Releasing or improving your serotonin levels helps with general bodily functions like your sleep, your mood, and your digestion. Yes, serotonin is actually directly related to your gut health. So it's very important to make sure that this is a happy chemical that you're focusing on because you want to keep your body in optimal state. And you cannot do that if you are extremely stressed out, if your mood is low, if you're not feeling great about your digestion. So really lean in and give some extra care to boosting your serotonin levels. Well, how can you do that? One really great, simple, and free and attainable way is to spend more time outdoors. Whether that's going for a walk, doing workout classes outside, even if you work remotely or if you work in an office, taking your computer outside and just spending some of your workday outdoors, feeling the sun on your skin, feeling the wind blow, seeing life happening around you is a fantastic way to increase your serotonin levels. And the great thing about serotonin is it's a happy chemical that can increase over time. So if you're continually pouring into yourself, doing self-care activities, taking time to go on long nature walks, this is going to affect your long-term health benefits and increase your serotonin over time. In general, serotonin is just going to make you feel happy. It's going to help you to focus on the things, the people, the activities that bring you joy, that make you feel fulfilled, and that overall give you a general sense of peace and calm and optimism about what your life can be and what your daily life and interactions can truly look like and how those can boost your life overall. Having days where you don't feel so great or where you're just gloomy and down does not have to be a regular occurrence in your life. You have the control and the ability to try these small tips that I shared in this video to help yourself start feeling better. A lot of them can help you feel better immediately, and then a lot of them also help you feel better over time and to help you keep feeling better. So try out some of these tips to naturally release the happy chemicals in your body and see the beautiful impact that it can make on your life. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Share it with friends and family members who you may feel like also need a little boost of the happy chemicals that we discussed today. And in the comment section below, let me know what activities you all have tried that are tried and true and just help you feel better every single time, and share them with the community so that we can all have brighter days ahead. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.